On this week's episode of the Rambler Sports Locker, the men's basketball team started its season with a winning streak, and the women's volleyball team ended its season.
Also, the women's basketball team continues their losing streak, and RSL's Claire Philpy hosts Sports Jeopardy. Welcome back to another episode of the Rambler Sports Locker. I'm Dallas Huerta.
And I'm Sajida Al-Khazali. The women's volleyball team closed its season with two matches against Southern Illinois University November 17 and Missouri State University on November 18. The Ramblers swept the Salukis with a score of 3-0 after Gabby Majikowski and Elle Vance-Greven hit the double digits in kills. The Ramblers closed out the season with a loss the very next day against Missouri State. The Ramblers started off strong with a 26-24 victory in the opening set and had a 6-1 lead in the second set when the Bears came back with 7 straight points. After putting up a fight in the first 2 sets, the Ramblers were blown out of the gym, losing the last 2 sets 25-14 and 25-10. Both games were led by middle blocker Elle Vance-Greven, the freshman from Wisconsin Lutheran High School, who was named to the Missouri Valley Conference Volleyball All-Freshman team last Thursday, November 23rd. She is the first freshman since 2011 to lead the Ramblers in blocks with 77 on the season. Loyola finished the 2017 season with an overall record of 5-24 and 4-14 in conference play. Loyola Athletics announced on Sunday, November 19th, that the women's volleyball head coach, Chris Muscat, had been fired. Muscat had an 82-125 record over his 7 years of service at Loyola. Loyola Athletics said they will begin the search for the next head coach immediately.
With the conclusion of the women's volleyball season also comes the end of fall sports. RSL reporter Patricia Martinez takes a look at fall female athletes in this week's Top 5.
For this week's Top 5, I picked the top 5 Loyola women athletes of this fall. These 5 athletes all had an impressive season and left their mark in Loyola sports. Starting at number 5, I picked junior volleyball player Gabby Majikowski. This is Majikowski's second season at Loyola, and in that short time, she has made quite the impression. She earned second team All-MVC accolades and ranked second on the team with 260 total kills this season. Number 4 is junior women's soccer player Jenna Szczesny. Szczesny was selected as the MVC Offensive Player of the Week, as well as named to the MVC All-Tournament team. Closing the year with a team high of 14 kills, the most scored by a Rambler since 2007, her 5 assists earned her a spot as the first team All-MVC. Szczesny was also named a third team All-Midwest Region selection. Next at number 3 is another women's soccer player, sophomore Madison Lodman. Lodman was also named to the Missouri Valley Conference Women's Soccer Championship All-Tournament team. Starting in all 19 games, Lodman helped her team finish the season with a final record of 13-7-0. This is the highest number of victories for a single season since 2008. At number 2 is junior women's golfer Elena Bowser. Bowser was a huge part of the success of the women's golf team this season. Bowser averaged a total of 76.5 strokes per round. Bowser took second in both the Gold Grizzly Invitational and Loyola's Fall Invitational. And finally, at number 1 is women's cross-country redshirt junior Lindsey Brewis. Earning all-region honors, she led the Ramblers at the NCAA Midwest Regional Race. Brewis also named 2017 Missouri Valley Conference Women's Cross Country Athlete of the Year, first team All-MVC, and Loyola's first MVC cross country champion in program history. But that's not all. Brewis was the first Rambler to take home medalist honors at the conference meet since 2012. That's all for this week's Top 5. I'm Patricia Martinez. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Patricia. The women's basketball team was in action on Saturday, November 18th against Youngstown State. The game ended in a 73-49 loss at the Gentile Arena. The Penguins came up strong, scoring 26 points in just the first quarter, and the Ramblers struggled to keep up. On Tuesday, November 21st, the Ramblers played University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, which ended in a 63-41 loss. The Panthers stayed ahead of the Ramblers, scoring in the double digits for each quarter. They returned to Milwaukee on Tuesday, November 28th, to face off against the number 23 ranked Marquette Golden Eagles. The Ramblers again couldn't find any offense and lost 92-30. The Ramblers are now 0-5 on the season and are scheduled to play next play Friday, December 1st against Chicago State.
The Loyola men's basketball team was named a co-champion of the Savannah Invitational. The Ramblers went into the tournament with a 3-0 record and kept their streak alive, winning all 4 games of the Invitational. The 4 wins included 2 against teams that made the NCAA tournament last year. The University of North Carolina Wilmington, who the Ramblers beat 102-78 on November 24th, and Kent State University, who they beat 75-60 on November 25th. The Ramblers also beat Samford University 88-67 and Mississippi Valley State University to 63-50. The Ramblers were recognized at the end of the Invitational as seniors Dante Ingram and Andre Jackson were named to the Savannah Invitational All-Tournament team on Sunday, November 26. Ingram was named co-most valuable player after he contributed 18 points during the victory against UNC Wilmington. Jackson put up a career-best 25 points against Wilmington. However, the men's basketball team lost for the first time this season on Tuesday, November 28th, with a score of 87-53 against Boise State University at the Taco Bell Arena. The Ramblers missed 8 shots to start the game, while the Broncos put up 11 straight points to dig a hole Loyola couldn't get out of. The Ramblers are now 7-1 on the season and will play next against the University of Illinois at Chicago, December 2nd at 3 p.m. in Gentile Arena.
3 men's basketball players received MVC honors this past week. Senior Dante Ingram was named Missouri Valley Conference Player of the Week, the first Rambler of the season to win this title. He is on the brink of becoming the 19th player in Loyola history to score 1,000 points and 500 rebounds. Redshirt junior Clayton Custer was named MVC Male Scholar Athlete of the Week for the 2nd week in a row and 5th time in his career. Also, redshirt junior Marcus Towns was awarded MVC Newcomer of the Week, scoring in the double digits in each game this season.
RSL reporter Haley Spittler learned more about Newcomer of the Week, Marcus Towns, in this week's player profile.
Redshirt junior guard Marcus Towns is back on the court this season after sitting out his redshirt year. He's the current top scorer for the team. Towns credits his redshirt year for helping him improve his all-around game.
It helped me a lot as a player, skill-wise. I got to see the game from another viewpoint. The game really slowed down to me now, so I'm adjusting, and it just really helped me out. And I'm so excited to be playing again and being out there with the team. I'm ready to get going.
Towns also brings a unique experience to the team. Before transferring to Loyola, he played in the NCAA tournament with Fairleigh Dickinson University. It's an experience he really cherishes.
It was a great experience. We lost in the first round, but just being there and being in that environment and getting to play in the tournament, it's something that is really special to any college basketball player that gets to go to the NCAA tournament.
Now he wants to get Loyola to March Madness and experience it all again with his new team.
We're hoping to get there. Hopefully we could win the MVC tournament and get to the NCAA tournament because, a lot of these guys want to get there, and I'm trying to help the team as much as I can to get back there because I want them to feel what I felt when I got there.
Towns not only has experience playing in the biggest college basketball tournament, but also playing with someone who has made it pro. In high school, he was teammates with Karl Anthony Towns.
Carl's one of my closest friends. Whenever he comes to play over here in the Bulls game, he gives me tickets. He was a really good player to play with. All we used to do in high school is he used to get the rebounds, and I just go down the court, and he'll go tuck the pass up to me. And as you can see now, he's doing tremendously well with the Timberwolves. He's one of the top prospects in the league right now. So it was great to play on the team with him, and I'm glad to call him one of my closest friends.
Despite his admiration for his former teammate, Marcus hasn't mirrored his own game after Karl Anthony's. He instead looked for inspiration in a different pro player.
Kind of mirror my game a little bit of like an old Baron Davis kind of. Because in his prime, I feel like I played just like him. But just a little bit of that, and I just try to, just play my game, though.
Towns says the Marcus game consists of attacking the rim and involving his teammates. There's more to see of Towns on the court than just his skills. He also has a significant amount of ink. He got his first tattoo as a sophomore in high school and now has 6 in total. While they all have important meaning to him, there is one he values the most.
My chest tattoo, it really, really means a lot to me because, my grandpa was someone who I really looked up to, and he loved me so much. And just him passing away, I just felt like it's something to dedicate to him.
In addition to his ink, Towns thinks people would be surprised to know that he is a mama's boy who isn't afraid to shed a few tears. Well, there isn't a lot to cry about when it comes to his season so far. For the Rambler Sports Locker, I'm Haley Spittler.
Here at the Rambler Sports Locker, we have reporters with a wide variety of sports knowledge.
We thought it'd be fun to put two of the brightest, Nick Schultz and Henry Redmond, against each other in a new segment of Sports Jeopardy, hosted this week by Claire Philby.
Welcome to this week's episode of Sports Jeopardy. I'm your host, Claire Philby, here with contestants Henry Redmond and Nick Schultz. Today, our three topics are going to be baseball, hockey, and soccer. A few minutes ago, we flipped a coin. Nick won, so Nick will be going first. So go ahead and choose your topic.
Let's go baseball for 100.
All right. This team gave up a 3-1 lead to lose the 2016 World Series.
Who are the Cleveland Indians?
Very good, Henry.
It's kind of mean. But
Didn't realize we weren't waiting till the end of the question. So.
Yes. Please wait to the end of the question
You
next
didn't
time,
specify.
Henry. Well,
That one is under protest.
Can I get soccer for 100?
please wait till the question is finished
I
to
get it
buzz
now.
in.
I get it now.
Thank you.
He is our favorite Nebraska Wesleyan men's soccer player.
Aaron Onion.
Correct. Nick.
I got a
hard
soccer
point.
question. Holy cow. Okay. Let's go baseball for 3.
The New York Yankees have won this many World Series championships. Henry, I'm going to give it to you.
27.
Very good. Correct.
That was an easy one.
Henry?
Baseball for 500.
All right, no one likes my hockey questions, clearly.
And clearly these are the
time.
sports we know more.
In 2014, this MLB team was the first team in league history to record 8 consecutive postseason wins leading up to the World Series.
The San Francisco Giants.
Incorrect.
Oh, do I have to buzz?
Yeah.
Okay. 2014 would have been the Kansas City Royals.
Correct. Nick gets 500 points.
Can't believe I knew that.
Nick, next question.
Let's go hockey for 100.
I'm worried about this.
This NHL franchise had its inaugural season in 2017.
Who are the Vegas Golden Knights?
Correct.
Let's say there was a delay on my phone. It's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Can I get soccer for 300?
This award is given to the top goal scorer in Major League Soccer in the U.S. and Canada.
I'm not even going to act like I know it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Time's
I
up.
don't know.
The answer is the Golden Boot.
Okay.
That's
Such a generic soccer award. Okay, so it's still me. Soccer for 500.
All right.
Soccer,
Soccer for 500?
soccer.
Oh, soccer, sorry.
Soccer.
You even color-coded it.
I know. Paris Saint-Germain had to pay this much in fees in order to acquire Neymar.
115 million?
Incorrect.
100 million.
Incorrect. The answer is 256 million.
Oh, that's a lot more than I thought it was.
Again,
right.
I'm not even going to act like I know it.
Okay, hockey for 300.
This team was awarded the President's Trophy in the 2015-16 and 16-17 season.
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Incorrect.
I don't know, the Chicago Blackhawks.
Incorrect. The answer is the Washington Capitals. So, final question, which would be 500 hockey. Nick, 600. If you don't get this, Nick takes
There's
it.
no Final Jeopardy?
There is no final.
Okay.
I can do my tiebreaker for Final Jeopardy if you'd like.
Okay,
Do you
yeah.
prefer that?
I'm winning. You know I'm
Yeah.
going to take this.
All right. These 7 NHL franchises are located north of the border.
North of the border, the Maple Leafs, the Oilers, the Canucks, the Flames, the Jets, there's 2 more, I'm missing them. Maple Leafs, Jets. I'm losing them. Don't you dare hit that buzzer. I'm going to get it.
I mean, there's really no way I'm going to get it. So,
I'm out.
The Ottawa Senators, Winnipeg Jets, Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens,
Canadian.
Edmonton Oilers, Calgary Flames, and the Vancouver Canucks.
I forgot the Canadians.
Yes, you forgot the Canadians.
You still win.
Yes.
Oh, it's
Yes.
pride at this point. So
So it looks like Nick is our winner with 600 points. Check back next week for more. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Claire. They both did better than I would have, for sure.
For our full episodes and the chance to get in on the conversation, follow and like our social media handles for an up-to-date look at all things Rambler Sports.
We are one of many student-run programs here at Loyola. So to find out what's going on around campus and what students are listening to, you can also check out 88.7 WLUW, the Byline Podcast, and the Loyola Phoenix. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sajid Al-Khazaleh.
And I'm Idala Huerta. Check back next week for another episode of the Rambler Sports Locker.
And as always, don't forget to turn out the lights.